Welcome back to the Live Out Loud Show. I'm your host, Brooke Thomas. And a few weeks ago, I shared an episode called Activate Your Purpose. And I reminded you that purpose doesn't just show up when you wait, it shows up when you move. God meets you when you begin taking action, even when you feel uncertain if the steps you're taking are perfect or not. God multiplies what's in your hands and brings the right people and the right opportunities into your path. Today's episode is proof of that. I recently received a message that absolutely stopped me in my tracks. It came from a listener all the way from Australia. When I heard her voice, her story, I sat there in tears, just so grateful that I listened to that nudge years ago. The one that said, Brooke, start the podcast. This is what happens when you say yes. God takes one small yes and he multiplies it.
Hey, Brooke, you epic woman. Your podcasts have just been so brilliant for me. I've had to learn how to walk again, talk again, all kinds of stuff. It's I've had a bit of a rough time with my health, and to go from where I used to be, which was incredibly fit and sexy as hell. I had a super hot, banging hot body, and to go from that to where, to not be able to walk or talk or take care of myself, to have to rebuild my life again. And when I found, and obviously when things like that happen, you kind of struggle with your faith, and your podcast, when I found your podcast, it was exactly what I needed. And I found it, actually I saw you on Instagram, and then I thought, oh, this lady's amazing. So I looked you up on YouTube. And so I've, whenever your episodes come out on YouTube, I listen to them, I have them playing. And your song, Live Out Loud, is my ringtone and my alarm on my phone. I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 alarms going off during the day, and they have your Live Out Loud song on them. And what it does is it just reminds me to get back in the energy, remember that God has my back, and I love it. So I know I probably sound a bit obsessed, but it's been amazing for me. And I love your energy, and and I'm just so grateful that I found you. And so it was so interesting today listening to, it was titled The Comeback Story, and listening to it, and I just thought I was listening to it and I was thinking I have to do a t-shirt on this because it inspired me so much. And so I thought I'll tag you in it to let you know, because I'm just so grateful and I appreciate you big time. So sending you massive hugs, and thank you for being you. I love you to bits, and you inspire me so much, and I love your faith. And at a time when I was struggling with my faith, you just came through for me, and I love you to bits. So thank you so much. And I'm sending you heaps and heaps of awesome prayers and amazingness and stratospheric hugs and vibes from Australia. Lots of love. See you later.
Wow, Mandy, I don't even have the words for that. To think about you on the other side of the world, rebuilding your life, relearning how to walk and talk again, and letting these episodes play in the background as God rebuilds your faith. That's what purpose in motion looks like. That's what happens when we choose to obey, even when it doesn't make sense. And I can just say to everyone listening right now, your yes matters. I have other stories just like this. I have one of my favorite elite mastermind ladies. I shouldn't say favorite because they're all my favorite, but a woman that came in a couple years ago from Germany with a similar story. And you probably have heard me talk about her as well. Her name's Caroline, and her story. I mean, she got off a plane in Los Angeles going back to Germany, saw that we were doing a retreat at the Ritz and came just to say thank you for your podcast. And then she ended up coming to our worship night. She ended up joining the Live Out Loud Elite Mastermind, and she's just been part of the group ever since. But this is how God can take you global without even trying, without even understanding what he's doing, just by using your voice. I want you to understand how important and valuable your voice is. I would have never, ever imagined that women across the globe are listening to me, to what I have to say. But it's not about me. It's about pointing to the Lord. It's about really pointing to God and what he wants to do in and through them. And that's what they have experienced. That's what the feedback was. That's what my biggest prayer was. I'm not saying that's for everyone. Whatever your biggest prayer is, let it be. And again, I just want to say to everyone listening right now, your yes matters. Your yes might be the key that unlocks someone else's healing. Your yes might be the sound that awakens someone else's faith. Your yes might be the spark that ignites someone else's purpose. So when God nudges you, even if it feels small or inconvenient, my best advice is move. Just move. Just do it. Just say yes, because you have no idea who is waiting on the other side of your obedience. So I just want to speak directly to Mandy. Mandy, I just want to say this over you. You reminded me that God wastes nothing. Thank you, Mandy. So has Caroline from Germany and so many other people. But Mandy, when I got your voice message, wow, I want you to know that really touched my heart, and it made me realize that nothing has been wasted. Not one season, not one struggle, not one setback. Right now, I declare this over your life. May the Lord strengthen you continuously in your body and restore your health. May every cell in your body come into divine alignment with his healing power. May your joy overflow in ways that defy logic. May your story become a living testimony, a comeback story that only heaven could write. I believe your next season will be marked by healing, favor, and supernatural strength. You are seen, you are loved, you are covered, and I'm standing in faith with you, sister. Hearing your story, Mandy, reignited something inside of me. So thank you. Because this podcast, and it's not about me, it's about what God can do through me and through you. When we live out loud, when we lead boldly and let God use our voice, lives are changed. Oh, and by the way, Mandy mentioned the Live Out Loud song, the one she uses as her ringtone and alarm throughout the day. I actually co-wrote that song with my good friend Meredith Andrews, and I'll link it for you in the show notes. If you haven't heard it yet, go listen after this episode. Let it be a reminder that God is not done with your story. So as you go about your week, I want you to remember this. When you say yes, lives are changed. When you move in faith, God moves through you. And when you live out loud, the world gets to see his glory through your story. If this podcast has stirred something in you, if God has spoken to you through an episode, I'd love to hear your story too. Send me a message on Instagram. Tell me what God is doing in your life. And because your story could be the one that activates someone else's faith, I just want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait to hear what you think about this story and about the Live Out Loud song. If you've been listening to this episode and you feel that stirring, that sense that there's more inside of you waiting to be activated, I want to personally invite you to join me inside the Activate Your Impact Masterclass. Over 2 powerful days, I'll walk you through how to align your faith, voice, and vision so you can show up with unshakable confidence and create the kind of impact God designed you for. It's time to activate what God's already placed in you, realign your faith, your voice, and your vision, and step into unshakable impact. Register now at brookethomas.com/impact. Okay, again, that's brookethomas.com/impact. You were never meant to be silent. You were created to bring joy, to lead boldly, and to live fully alive. Your voice was never meant to be silent. It was meant to live out loud.